Well, here we are, Halloween night. Just, kind of waiting. We got about 4 hours before Nano officially starts. This year for Nano, this is Nano number 15. Good grief. 15. Ugh. I was 17 the first time I did NaNoWriMo. And here I am, 31, still doing NaNoWriMo. What I'm doing this year is I'm revisiting a story that I started back in March of 2016. So I have some videos that I already kind of somewhat discussed. I've always been there's always a level of vagueness, sometimes maybe too much vagueness on what I'm doing, but that's just because I'm trying to keep things realistic and not holding myself to it has to be done this way, this time. But in recently doing some stuff, making some content for League of Lit, I learned that Jane Austen was first published when she was like 35. So I feel fine that I did not meet the most likely to be published by the time she's 30, because if Jane Austen wasn't published till she was 35, I got some years. I got 4 years. And the novel that I've worked on for the last 2 NaNoWriMos, I still really love, and I still want to keep it. I still think it's going to be like that novel. Like it's a very high possibility of that being the debut novel. But what I'm choosing to do instead is I'm actually working on packaging it all up to give to one of my close friends whom I fully trust to rip it to shreds and tell me what sucks, and potentially give me some ideas of like where things could get better. So that is why we're choosing to revisit another novel that I still also love. I love the concept of it, but I have some ideas of the ways that it could be shifted. So when I first started writing it, I was writing it as a young adult novel, and I think part of the reason why I'm trying to shift it this way that I'm thinking right now is because of this novel that I've been working on for the last 2 years, and making it more new adult and kind of having it like utilizing some of the emotions that I have been going through as I've been looking back at different things, because obviously when you're 30, you're going to think about things differently than when you're 16. And so, here we are, 31, going to revamp a novel about a 17-year-old and make it more like she's 30, looking back at a time when she was 17, and just kind of the way that impactful moments, like how they impact you, just like the way that those emotions can come back up even when you feel like you've already dealt with it. And so that's kind of where we're going at the moment. But hey, it's only October 31st. Why are we digging so much into it? Because we like to walk in with a level of plan before we actually hit the ground writing. But I feel like it'll be a good month. I'm excited to see how this goes. So let's do it. Well, we're calling it quits about 10:45 on day 1 in NaNoWriMo. I don't know why I'm sounding like this. First day, I've broken 1,000. I have not hit the 1667 that they say, oh, if you hit that every single day, then you'll for sure hit your 50,000. Whatever corner word count shows up in is whatever corner word count shows up in. You'll know what it is because you're going to see this after it's been through post-production. But yeah, no, I think it's a good start. There's definitely a lot of questions that I have as I am revisiting this topic. I'm hoping I didn't just make it more complicated for myself. So we'll kind of just see how it goes. But hey, it's day 1. It's really too early to tell.
making myself some tea before I get into tonight's writing session. I had a really good day of writing for day 2, but we'll see if I can keep that momentum going. There's definitely a lot of moving pieces as I'm trying to figure out exactly how this story that I started in 2016, where it was, going to be from the perspective of teenagers, shifts when you change it as an adult reflecting on it, rather than like, okay, we've reached a safe spot, now let's tell somebody about it. This is more of a, I feel like it serves the story better, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe when I get through all of this, it's not worth it at all. But I feel like it serves the story better as it being many years later, like 15, somewhere around there. But I'm going to try new tea because a friend of mine gave me some tea. This was what was available to give me the tea. No, I have not already gone through a lot of tea. So we're going to try this tea while we write tonight. It's gonna be great.
Kind of let it cool a little bit. Figure I'd get the official first taste test on camera. So, I mean, it smells amazing. So I'm hopeful, very hopeful that it will taste as amazing. So, it's just really hot. So, first taste test. Let's see what we got here. That is very delightful. Yes. I may have to get more of this. Slightly dangerous to give me a tea that I will want to continue to drink while I am in NaNoWriMo. I'm going to need to get some. I'm going to need more than what I have. Because I definitely do not have enough to get through the remaining 27 days. After 9 on November 4th. I hope you've enjoyed seeing what the first 4 days have been like. I'm technically not calling it a night just yet. I have some ideas I'd like to get on the page, but I did want to talk about the project just a little bit. So one of the things that I've done, as this is kind of like a redoing of a novel that I have done several times for Nano, but this is a different take on it, is I've at the moment thrown all sense of organization to the wind. So it'll be really fun to sort it out when the time comes after everything has been vomited onto the page. But I think we're still doing pretty good. Trying to keep things to where I remain ahead of where we're supposed to be. It's at least the goal, but we'll see what happens, because there's a lot of life that's on the horizon that I can't avoid happening, because it's things like work and stuff like that. But we'll see kind of what all happens, and I mean, you're gonna get to come and see it, because NaNoWriMo is still the one time that the internet gets to see kind of what goes on a daily basis. Kind of. It's mostly more of like the writing that happens on a daily basis. But, little bits and pieces of life just come in. If you don't follow me on the other social media platforms, because pretty much if you find one social media platform, you can probably find me on all of them, because I use the same username on all of them. Continuity, branding, yay. I share my daily word count on my Instagram. That goes in my stories every single day, as well as what song has been on repeat while I've been writing for that specific day. And then if you just want like little snippets of my writing playlist throughout the month, you can find that on TikTok. And then because I also am we're still doing the things for the League of Lit podcast, even though we have not released any episodes in well over a year now. Sierra and I are still doing the things with the podcast. Sierra is also doing NaNoWriMo this year. This is her first, and I'm so stinking excited for that. We're sharing some stuff over on the League of Lit stuff as well, so you can check League of Lit on Instagram as well as TikTok, and you can kind of see what stuff we're releasing there. But this is the first 4 days of NaNoWriMo, and I hope you have enjoyed all of it. We are literally just getting started, and we still have 26 more days of all of this madness and chaos. That's it for me. I will see you next video. Bye.
Don't